Hey everybody, how are ya? It's been a wet, yucky-ish day at parts of it today, and then other parts has been so warm and so nice. It's been a bit of a mystery of a day. Anyway, so I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope that people have been able to actually stay above the drama and chaos that sometimes comes all around us. And yeah, keeping out of it sometimes isn't the easiest. You know, there's been a couple of things that have been around me that have kind of yeah, I've had to stop and think, hang on, don't get pulled down into that ditch. Do not get pulled back down into that stuff, because that's not where you want to be, and it's not what you need in your life, you know. So yeah, it's interesting how these challenges come about, just to see whether we're able to stand where we're supposed to stand, and we're able to actually still be able to do what we're supposed to do. So anyway, this card here fell out. You speak to me through music, and I'm feeling that this is very much a connection that's a spiritual connection between people. So I'm kind of feeling that I'm feeling that that's very much the twin flame sort of energy. So you speak through music and that, but then again, you know, you've got soulmates, some different soulmates, and that's the way they communicate. But I'm actually feeling that twin flame energy is quite strong in this part, and so be aware that that doesn't mean just because you can feel them through the music that you need to contact them and make sure that they're okay. They need to deal with whatever it is that they're dealing with at this point. But I also feel that music has been used a lot to help people connect with old things that they need to be able to move through, and be able to let go of stuff, whether it be an old relationship or whether it be people, you know, connected to people, and, you know, going through grief and that. But and music's used a lot there. But the very first feeling I had was that twin flame connection. Let them do what they need to do, and you do what you need to do. So when you're hearing that song, that music, in your sleep, in your waking state, or music just keeps coming on that takes you back to that person, just ride it through. You and I were too young, okay, and that doesn't always mean by age. That also means by we were too young to be connecting at this point, because you know, we were just too young. We weren't spiritually evolved enough. We were too young spiritually, we were too young emotionally, we were too young in whatever way. And it's very, very much, you know, that the timing was not right. That's basically what it's saying. The timing just was not right. Because, you know, spiritually, if you're not in the right place, especially for your twin flame journey, if you're not in the right place spiritually, then the connection's not going to happen, because it's two people working together to become the best them that they can be, to have that union. They've both got to be a complete soul, so then that complete soul can join together. We're in the soulmate journey and the other journey, you can actually journey together and help each other and grow. But sometimes it's still not the right timing for those relationships either, that somebody's still not ready for at that time. I lost myself for a little while. I'm feeling that no matter what, one of you had kind of walked off and walked away from the journey that you were on, and you went and you did something different, and it was just a time for you to actually have some different learnings and stuff. And so you walked away from what you knew and what you were doing at that time, and and had to learn some stuff for yourself, but it had to destroy you for you to actually come back and start remaking yourself and coming back up again. So you know, I'm feeling that I lost myself for a little while. It's not just a losing yourself, it was a destructive, really destructive thing. It just absolutely destroyed everything about you, and it's taken you this time to actually come back up and through that journey, and you're actually starting to shine, and you're starting to actually be out there, and that, so that person's watching you. Actually, you've got a few people watching you, and that the person that destroyed you is watching you, but also you've got your twin is watching you and watching your energy grow, and also I feel that there's a couple of other people around that are watching you grow and change. I'm not available. I'm not available for drama, for bullshit, for all that stuff that doesn't matter. I'm not available for that. I'm only here available to do the things that I need to do to grow. I don't want to be in that stuff. That's all I can hear that's going in your head. I just don't need that stuff. I'm not available for people who are not actually serving for my highest intent. I know that I crossed the line with you. Yep. I'm feeling that there is somebody out there that is regretting something that they've done. They crossed the line. They crossed you. They crossed that they actually crossed you, and yeah, that's that they crossed you. Somebody's crossed the line with you, and then somebody, and yeah, there's two people here, there's two connections. So some of you have got somebody that crossed the line with you, and then I've got on the other side of this that you've crossed the line with somebody. So you've done something, you've gone skew off, you've gone on your own journey, but you crossed the line with that person. Yeah, just like I've got so much chatter happening at the moment. So yeah, so you've crossed that line with a person, and you didn't really and that's not come out right. It's not come out the way that you were hoping it would. It's and that's, so that line was crossed. It was a friendship type line, and that got crossed. I feel that situation, there was a lot of things that that were alarm bells for you, but you couldn't actually stop yourself from going there, even though those alarm bells were going off for you. I feel that the other ones of you that somebody had crossed the line with you, and they had done something to hurt you. They've hurt you in a way that was unexpected. I've also got the twin flame journey. Okay, some of you with your twin flames, you've seen each other again, and you crossed that line, and you actually got intimate with each other, and now that person's gone, that runner's gone again, because you crossed that line, you crossed that boundary, you came back to that state where you pushed them away by thinking, okay, this is a relationship, this is where I want to be, this is what's going to happen, and so you've just pushed them away again. It's okay, they'll be back at some point, so just remember not to cross that line, just to be able to stay in that place. Okay, just stay in that place and be able to be there. I hide behind material things. This is your twin talking to you. Masculine energy. I hide behind material things. It's just so much easier to use the material things, the 3D things, to hide behind. So, but that does not mean that they're not thinking about you, and that does not mean that they're not feeling you. Okay, so that's me for today. Hope this helps, and that's me.